Welcome to the Pixels and Projects podcast. Today we're going to talk about project management from a lens you probably never thought of, but is such a great example of how powerful it can be when done right.
You know, one of the things that really stood out to me about Mr. Beast's approach is his ability to manage these massive, almost unimaginable projects, like coordinating 1,000 contestants for a single event. That's not just vision, that's orchestration. And one of the key tools to use for this is the work breakdown structure. It's kind of like, well, a project map that charts out the journey in bite-sized steps.
Oh yeah, you're breaking this overwhelming mountain into these little hills and suddenly it feels doable. It's like tackling a big old jigsaw puzzle, one piece at a time, right?
Exactly. A work breakdown structure is all about simplifying the complex. So, let's take an example. Suppose you're launching a website. Instead of just saying, we need a website, you break it down. Design homepage, test checkout system, optimize mobile compatibility, and you assign clear deadlines and, most importantly, owners for each task. That's the magic. Accountability at every step.
Oh, amen to that. I had this vendor management project once, totally remote team, by the way. And let me tell you, if we hadn't done a WBS, whew, chaos, pure chaos. But because we had every task nailed down, like logging which vendor's responsible for what deliverable and when, it all kind of clicked. Like we delivered on time. And that feeling, oh, it's gold.
And that's the beauty of it. It's a tool not just for order, but for clarity. When everyone knows their role, especially in remote teams that span time zones, there are no excuses. It's crystal clear.
And it saves your sanity. I mean, just think of the alternative. Emails flying everywhere, tasks slipping through the cracks. Nope. WBS all day, every day.
Right? And beyond just clarity, it's about focus. You focus your energy on these smaller, actionable pieces rather than getting overwhelmed by the monster project looming ahead.
Oh, that is oh so true.
So, building on the clarity and focus we talked about with using WBS, let's explore how you can take that to the next level, scaling up by effectively matching your team's strengths to the right tasks. Mr. Beast, for instance, has over 100 specialists working on everything from editing to producing, and it's no accident. He's deliberate about using skill mapping to ensure every piece fits perfectly into his massive projects.
Oh, totally. I mean, think about it. Why would you hand a graphic design task to someone who's better at analytics? It's like baking a cake with the wrong ingredients. It just won't rise, right?
Exactly. And with today's tools like Slack or Teams, you can assign tasks strategically, communicate asynchronously, and, keep everyone aligned across time zones. It's all about maximizing productivity without pushing anyone into burnout.
And thank goodness for that, right? I can't imagine managing, like, say, you did back in the 90s without these tools. Wasn't it just emails back then and phone calls?
Ha! You're not wrong. Back then, we were texting on pagers and juggling Excel sheets. I remember managing a remote tech rollout, multinational team, limited communication tech. Everything took longer. Nowadays, with something like Teams, you have synchronous and asynchronous communication options under one roof. It makes the impossible projects of the past actually, doable.
Oh, and it's a lifesaver when you're juggling different time zones. Seriously, there's nothing worse than waiting 12 hours for someone's email just to clarify one little thing. Slack, bam, instant clarity.
And that instant clarity also prevents the dreaded burnout. If you map who excels at what and pair them with the right tools to communicate effectively, you're not overloading anyone. You're empowering them.
Like turbocharging productivity, really. I always say, set your people up to succeed, and they'll knock it out of the park.
That's the goal. Empower the team, match drivers to their lanes, and use tools to grease the wheels. No micromanaging, just trust and efficiency. Once you get that right, scaling a remote team doesn't feel so daunting.
Good point.
Building on what we discussed about empowering teams and using the right tools to communicate effectively, let's shift gears to something equally vital: building trust through clear and transparent communication. Mr. Beast does this brilliantly. I mean, the guy engages millions of fans, his stakeholders, By sharing behind the scenes content and addressing issues head on. It's like he's saying, here's what's happening, here's what went wrong, and here's what we're doing about it.
Oh, absolutely. Transparency like that, people just want to feel like they're in the loop, whether they're fans or clients or vendors.
Exactly. And for remote project management, that same principle applies. Regular updates keep everyone aligned, whether it's a quick weekly progress report or a visual timeline like a Gantt chart. It's one of the simplest ways to build trust and avoid misunderstandings in distributed teams.
Yep, I actually had this project last year, super high stakes multi-vendor situation. And let me tell you, things were, well, rough at the start. Deadlines were shifting. Vendors were pointing fingers. It was a mess.
Oh no, what turned it around?
Weekly updates. Seriously. I started sending out these real-time progress snapshots, just like a one-pager, who's done what, what's pending, where the risks are. And the response? Immediate. Vendors started owning their parts, and you could just feel the trust building back. By the end, it was smooth sailing.
That's the power of transparency right there. It removes guesswork and makes everyone feel like they're on the same page, even when the stakes are high.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be fancy, just clear and consistent. Honestly, I think people appreciate simplicity. It shows you respect their time and attention.
Couldn't agree more. And with tools like Notion or even just email, sending those updates is easier than ever. Honestly, it's the kind of thing that separates good project management from exceptional project management, don't you think?
Oh, for sure. If there's one takeaway from all this, it's that trust isn't just built on promises, it's built on follow-through and communication.
Well said. And with that, I think we've covered some solid ground today, from breaking down big projects to leveraging team skills and closing with the importance of transparency.
Yep, it's been such a great chat. And hey, for anyone listening, if Mr. Beast can manage a 400 million subscriber empire with remote teams, you've got this. Just keep it clear, collaborative, and above all, transparent. Oh, and you're not alone. Go to the Pixels and Projects website and download your free remote PM success checklist on our tool and community page, so there's nothing stopping you from starting now.
Couldn't have put it better myself. And that's all for today, folks. As always, great talking, Jody.
Right back at you, Johnson. Thanks for listening to the Pixels and Projects podcast, everyone. See y'all next time.